What is up, humans? We're going to talk about some Chuck Taylor skates today because it's one of my favorite shoes and we just got some really sick ones in. They're actually late. It's supposed to be a 420 release, the White Widow Chuck Taylor skate. In the skate shop or in the skate world, we have kind of elevated products from what you would normally find at the mall or in other shoe stores, etc., etc. So that's something to consider whenever you're purchasing something, whether it's in skateboarding, whether it's in tennis or running or anything like that. When you find a local specialty store, when you find that local specialty store, especially for things like running, skateboarding is ironically most comparable to like running and how their programs work for their athletes. And that is, if there's new technology in a running shoe, just like a skate shoe, the new technology is going to hit the small specialty store first. That is a perk that we get. We also, it kind of puts it into the more serious market. So like your in-tune skateboarders or your in-tune runners, etc., kind of have their finger on the pulse of what's going on in technology and footwear, and they're always trying to better their performance. So the highest performance stuff goes to specialty stores first. That said, not a lot new with the Chuck Taylor. There are a lot of features in the Chuck Taylor skate that you don't see in a normal Chuck Taylor. I know I've talked about this a lot, mostly in the sole, the midsole, and the insole. But we do have, in the Chuck Taylor skate, we have a fortified upper, just better materials all the way around. I think people who appreciate shoes can just look at a shoe and tell the difference between materials just at a glance. You don't really have to hold them side by side and compare them, but there are a lot of differences. So let's just look at these. We're going to look at some Chuck Taylors. I think you'll like these. Got a couple lows and a couple highs. Just wanted to show you, this is just we're going to get into the special White Widow one in just a second, but just showing you guys out the gate what we have. Some different colors. Your extra lace is just kind of looped through there. But this purple is super nice. You can just tell that's like a perforated suede. Can you see the perforation in there? So it just kind of looks a little bit nicer than your average Chuck. Again, I talk about this all the time. It's got a grippier gum rubber sole, so it's a softer rubber. It just grips better for skateboarding, but it's also a little bit nicer to your feet. So anyway, you got your Cons labeling right there, which Cons is the skateboard moniker for Converse. That's a little bit, it's like brand segmentation. Again, you can see these amazing insoles in these things, and I skate Converse a lot, so I really do dig these insoles. So there you go. That's your Cons insole. Another cool feature of these things is, if you can see in there, you see these little elastic bands that keep your tongue centered. Hell, it's worth the extra $10 just for that. Like your shoe almost slips on, so if your lace pops, you know, you still want to lace them up, but if your lace pops, it's not the end of the world, because this is basically like an elastic slip-on. You also have this really nice internal, it's like extra layers of material and a little bit of padding, just very minimal padding in those, so it's a little bit more durable and more comfortable than your average Chuck Taylor. So that's the purple one. These are on our website, bluetilesc.com. Yeah, let's move on. Another low in this Royal. Royal looks good. There's your Royal lace, your black lace. Chuck Taylor Pro written on there. It's funny because I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a Chuck Taylor 2 that was introduced several years ago. It was kind of a point of contention because skate shops had been selling basically what was the equivalent of a Chuck Taylor 2 for like 5 years before they introduced it. They didn't do a lot of changes, and then they just introduced it as a new shoe rather than pushing or putting marketing into the skateboarding version of the Chuck Taylor. Look at how nice that looks. The colors are so vibrant. Yeah, again, how can you see the perforations in that suede right there? Just nice, cool details. Not a canvas Chuck. I kind of like the canvas ones, to be honest, but to have some different material options is pretty cool. Check them out. There you go. This one, these are real sick. This yellow one, in the video you'll be able to see the perforation a lot better. In the yellow, I think it's just a nice poppy color. Check those things out. It looks super good. What do you guys think of these things? Anybody out there wearing a bunch of Chucks? It's got your extra like kind of premium detail on the branding label there. It's not just a heat stamp, it's actually a suede logo on the side, which is kind of cool. And like I said, see, you can really see the perforation on this yellow. There you go. Chuck Taylor Pro. CTAS Pro. Whatever that means. Chuck Taylor All-Star Pro. There you go. For skateboarding. Gum rubber soles. They look great. Alright, here's the green one. This one, you can still see the perforation really good in these lighter colors. Looks awesome. There's your green on green labeling right there. Dude, these are dope. This is the last one I'm going to show you before we show you the White Widow. The White Widow high tops. So that's it. The 4 we have in store, bluetilesc.com. Those are the newest Chucks we've gotten. I'm super hyped on them. This next one, we didn't get a lot of them. Our orders due to COVID got smaller, so we got a lot less than we were expecting. I was really hoping to jump on a pair for myself right out of the gate, but we have so few, I might just wait and let the customers have a crack at them first before we before I just go jumping in and taking my size, because we only got 111. So anyway, whatever. It is what it is. Size runs across the board. I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but Converse is owned by Nike, and shipping and size runs and all that sort of stuff it's been a battle. This year's been a battle. But anyway, here it is. This is that White Widow. I've been waiting for these to come in. These are super sick. It's got the spider web detailing all over print. These are canvas, so it's a good summer shoe, despite the fact that it's black. It does have the traditional heat stamped logo on there, which, for most people, you're going to like that premium suede hit on the logo. I kind of like the OG one, just because it's not leather. I do like the vintage feel of it, and it also looks like it's stuck in the middle of that spider web. There's your cons labeling on the back. This is pretty sick with your White Widow on the tongue. And here's what I was talking about. You got white alternate laces. Again, your cool insole. But on the high tops, let's see if I can open this thing up. On the high tops, you can really get a good look at these inside materials that just make the shoe a lot more comfortable. Can you see that? It's so hard to get a camera down in there, but it's almost like it's a synthetic suede is what it is, but it's super soft, super comfy, and it just fits a whole lot nicer than a regular Chuck Taylor. So if you haven't tried the skateboard Chucks, definitely check it out. I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you do watch a lot of skate videos, if you watch the Supreme videos, a lot of those dudes are skating in the canvas Chucks. So there are, I think Sean Pablo had a couple of different colorways in canvas options for Chuck Taylors, but that is the White Widow right there. I don't know. I guess that's it. I just wanted to show you guys some Chucks. I hope you're stoked on these. I'm going to wrap this up right now because I'm done. I'm done talking about Chucks. These are all the Chucks we have in the store right now. So check it out on bluetilesc.com and get yourself a pair. We don't have a lot, so it won't take long. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe and all that good stuff. Talk to you soon. All the best. Love, Bluetile.